Guys, you got your money? Cheers, Chris. That's a very crisp £5 note. Sam, you got your...
Yeah, you go, mate.
Right.
There you go. Just, mate, yeah, it's all there. Trust me, it's all there.
Is that all there?
Yeah. We're back at the AstroDome then, and this is the league that nobody wants to win. And the reason I say that is because we're having our normal stutter to the second half of the season. In our last 4 games, I think we've lost 2, drawn 1 and won 1, which is obviously very, very poor considering we went unbeaten for our first 5 games. But for us, I mean, that's normal. It's not acceptable, but for some reason it happens to us. But for some reason the other teams in the league, aka CAMEO, they've been stuttering as well. They drew last week. They lost a couple of weeks back to Kick It With Your Leg FC, who are playing behind me now. So as it stands, we are still top of the table going into the fixtures tonight, but we are the last fixture on the pitch tonight, which means that going into our game we could be starting off in 3rd position, which for us it's uncharted territory because we've not been anywhere other than top of the table so far this season, despite our best efforts. So again, as always, in current form we'll take any result tonight, but especially going into the tail end of the season we need to start putting in some performances. The key thing tonight is going to be a quick start. It's difficult because it's cold tonight. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but I'm actually breathing steam out of my mouth. Well, it's not steam, it's vapour. It's absolutely freezing in here tonight. So it's going to be a tough one to get warm for, so we're going to keep the vlogging to a minimum today and try and focus on the performance. So the first couple of games has been played then. This is the last game on before ours. And in the previous game, FC CAMEO did just lose 3-1 to BFSB. So BFSB turned up tonight, which is actually massive from them. They've brought their better players for the last few weeks and they're showing their real quality, like they have been, because we know they are. We've played them before, and they've really started to show in the last couple of weeks and done us potentially a massive favour. But we're not going to let the boys know that, because we don't want to go into it thinking that we don't have to try as hard or we don't need to put everything out there, because like I said, with Kick It With Your Leg FC, if they win their game now, or even if they draw their game, they're going top of the table.
Look what he's done to our socks. Look at him.
Little face.
Why have you done that?
I'll send you the invoice.
That's absolutely appalling.
So these are Alex Lockwood's boots, and obviously he's had a game on Saturday, but take some pride in your boots, mate. Give them a wash. I mean, they look like they've not come out of the cupboard since the 60s. That's more mud than it is boot. Well, you've had 3 days since then, mate.
I'm not even sure they're allowed in it.
You've got access to water and a brush, haven't you?
No.
Hello guys, and welcome back to our first episode of 2019. We hope you all had very good Christmases and happy New Year's, and wish you all the best for the year coming ahead. As we just have a quick look of the match squad then, we've got quite a big squad today, 7 players, very heavily in attack, so we'll be expecting goals. As you can see, the game getting on behind us.
That was the perfect idea, just do it better.
Some comforting words of advice from yours truly on the sideline then at the start of this game. That's been the story really for the last 3 or 4 games of our season. It's kind of been the ideas are there, we're thinking the right things, but we're just not quite executing them in the way that we were doing at the first half of the season. But a match against a struggling Stroke Titty side is what we might need to get back on track. As we see though, Stroke Titty having the first go at the front. It's been a very, very slow start here from MHFC as we see them going close, and Grez giving the ball away to the guy who's just had the opportunity, and it has been a very, very shaky start at the back there. We need to snap out of this and get on the front foot as we see the ball come forward and attack for the first time, and Lockie there just flicking it out with the outside of his right hand foot, and that is quite a dangerous aspect of this 5-a-side, the long throw. Of course it is proper throwing, as we see now a 3-on-2 situation, and wasted a bit there. You'd expect Grant Kirkhew to do a lot better from there, but it is his first effort, so we'll let that just go as a sighter. As we see Steve winning the tackle, and this time it's through to Greeno, who's looking to get through, and it's a good save with the keeper's legs. Obviously this keeper, he's one of the best in the league, and this team, like I say, they have been struggling. If it weren't for him, it could have been so much worse. As we see Steve coming forward then, and if that had gone in, we'd all be very, very surprised. He hasn't got one yet this season. He does normally get one for us at the season. Let's see the ball to the back post, and me on the first time volley and hitting it into the ground, and this time it's comfortable for the keeper. So we're settling into this one a little bit, but Stroke Titty still dangerous, and it's now Grez coming forward with the ball, which is always worrying. And he gets the shot away, and I think that's saved by the keeper. It comes back out to Grez. He squares it to Grant Kirkby, and there he is. Wow, Grez. I mean, you hate to see it, but you love to see it. He's come forward there and he's acted as a 5th man on the pitch. Good strike from him and a good save from the keeper, and actually very sensibly for him setting it back, and Grant Kirkby on his weaker foot just slotting it through the keeper's legs, and the pressure was building a little bit, and we have finally got the breakthrough. So 1-0, and we're on the front foot now, and Lockwood coming forward, and again it's a smart save down to the left hand side for the stroke Titty goalkeeper. A stroke Titty looked to come forward, and again we've been caught in the transition there, and Grez doing well at the back this time. He's been, well, good at both ends of the pitch in the last few minutes in this one, making a good save there and also getting himself assist, of course, as we come forward the other way, and it's just an overhit pass, and in transition again we find ourselves laughing on the back. It's actually 3-on-1, but there we go. That's what we like to see, boys. Lots of pink jerseys there getting back to help out the defenders at the back there, and that's what we want to see, boys. That's the fight that we need to win this league. As we see the ball coming into Greeno, he turns but he can't quite get the shot away, but he's not giving up on it. He's bundled the man over, and it's found its way out to Grant Kirby, who slots it in. The referee seeing absolutely nothing wrong with that. Great strength there from Greeno as we have a look at the replay. Just bundles the man over, gets a shot away. It's actually a good save, but nothing the keeper can do there about the rebound. And that is now 2-0 to MHFC. As you see me in the middle of the park there with a defensive header, getting it forward to Greeno. Great strength again, cuts inside, and the ref seeing nothing wrong with that one. Did look like a foul to me, but the ref choosing not to give anything on this occasion. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Sam Templeman for you there as the referee blows the whistle. 2-0 to MHFC at half time, and Temp's just coming off the pitch there. It's got to be said, he has been absolutely class for us this season, there's no doubt about that. But he does provide us with those comedy moments where his feet just aren't quite on the same wavelength as his head. When it does happen, you've got to milk him. As we see good pressure at the start of the second half there, and Grant Kirby through on goal, he hits the post, but Alex Lockwood is at the back post in acres of space. Grant Kirby sees him, and that is a simple tap in for 3-0 to MHFC early in the first half then. As we have a look at the replay, and that does actually look a little bit suspect on that. As we go to another angle, and you can see that it does actually hit the wheel behind the goal and not the post, so that shouldn't really have stood, but the goal has been given, and we found ourselves 3-0 up in that one, so a bit harsh against the opposition there, but you've got to place the whistle and the goal has been given. As you see Sam Templeman winning another ball at the back there, it falls to me in the midfield, a little bit of time to flick it round the corner to Grant Kirby. Great first touch, and it's the same combination as we saw for the previous goal. Nothing wrong with it on this attempt though, as we see great first touch, unselfish, the fine Lockwood at the back stick, and a great slot from him. So in a matter of minutes at the start of the second half then, we find ourselves 4-0 up, and Grez obviously feeling confident with that. He comes out, and this time he does hit it high and wide, but great to see him trying to get back as quickly as he possibly can there. As you see Grant Kirby, he'll have an effort in showing Grez how to hit the target on this occasion, but a great save from the goalkeeper. As we see Grant taking on his man, he gets to the byline looking for a cutback, and a good block by the defender on this occasion, and stroke Titty looking to come forward, but great tenacity there from Alex Lockwood, and this is the great performance we like to see at both ends, trying to get back as well as trying to get those goals. And Anthony bringing himself onto the pitch now, obviously feeling confident the game is wrapped up, and he will have a little 5-minute cameo. As we see good pressure there from Steve and from yours truly, and I managed to find myself through on goal. And that's what happens when you place it me. That's why we don't just blast it, that's why we aim for corners, because sometimes they do actually go in, and that is only my second goal of the season, but I will more than happily take that. Hopefully I can get a few more as we push towards this league title. It's been a very slow season for me, but as we come from the kickoff, I'm not quite sure what the defender's doing there, and he's gifted it to Ant on a silver platter, and you can't give a finisher of his quality an opportunity like that. As you see the replay, I really don't know where the defender's going here. Just lays it off and gets the ball and slots it underneath the goalkeeper. If you go back for a replay of my goal there, calm, collected, casual into the far post, and in a matter, it was 11 seconds there, I might just add, 11 seconds between those two goals. Now finds ourselves 6-0 up, and that would be great for our goal difference, as I managed to get my toe in again, and Ansley again with only his third touch of the game. He's only been on the pitch 30-40 seconds, and he's managed to find himself a second as well, slotting it underneath the goalkeeper. And he has been out with injury for a long time, but as long as he's got feet on the end of those legs, he will always be a natural goal scorer. You see good pressure there from Greeno. It comes into me, and just trying to get the looping header of the goalkeeper. We're still to score a header in this league, and it's not surprising because it's not really the format that suits that kind of play, but people are still trying, especially myself, as we see there. A good defensive header from Greeno this time, and Sleet on the turn. He's really feeling confident in this one. Great to see him swinging through on that left leg of his and just over the top of the bar. As we see the ball coming into Ansley again, and on his right foot this time. That was the injured leg, and that's probably the furthest and the hardest I've seen him hit a ball from ever since his injury, so it's good to see him really feeling confident in his ability once again. As we see Grez coming forward, he does get the shot, and Slate has absolutely poached himself a hat-trick there. A natural finish from a natural striker, just getting himself in the right place there. Little run across the defender and just guiding it into that far post. A hat-trick for Ant in what was meant to be just a 5-minute cameo for him, as we see the referee blowing the whistle there for full time. An 8-0 win for us, just what we needed. As we look from the results from the rest of the evening, it couldn't have gone any better for us with Kick It With Your Leg and FC Snoozemia both losing tonight. So that means that we've gone from possibly being third at the end of this evening to being 2 points clear at the top of the table with 3 games left. Can we hold on to it this time?
Remember that time you were just going on for that 5-minute cameo at the end?
I did.
And what happened?
Just a little cameo.
A little cameo of... John, I want you to say it. Tell me your goals.
Clean sheet, mate.
Second one of the season, and you actually made some good
2 assists.
The last clean sheet, I don't think you had to do that much.
No.
Whereas this time you actually made some very, very good saves as well.
I chipped in with 2 assists.
And
tonight
2
as well.
assists.
So
and nearly scored a goal as well.
That last goal
Was yours going in before Ant touched it?
I think, do you know what? I think he's actually probably guided it in. It was probably another shank, but
We'll have a look at the footage and we'll see.
it looked a bit better.
Yeah. But mate, good saves. And how much better does that feel than the last few weeks?
Oh, that was a statement tonight. And obviously knowing how the results have gone, it's back on us now. 3 games to go. Let's bring home our first league title.
Hey,
Every single season. No.
I'm going to film me.
Well, we've never not been top at halfway point.
I feel uncomfortable now.
Never. I don't think we've ever not been top. Somehow